Today we're learning logistics regression, one of the most important models in machine learning for binary classification. It predicts the probability of something being yes or no, for example deciding whether an asteroid is hazardous or not. And it does this using a beautiful idea, the sigmoid function. Linear regression predicts any number, but sometimes we need a model that predicts a probability between 0 and 1. Logistics regression solves this by taking a linear score and converting it into a probability. When we do binary classification, we don't want random numbers. We want a meaningful number that tells us how confident the model is. Why probability? Because the world is uncertain. Decisions often depend on confidence, not just the label, and we need outputs between 0 and 1 that represents how likely something is. Why not predict any number like linear regression? Linear regression can output negative values or values greater than 1, which makes no sense as probabilities. It assumes a straight line relationship which doesn't fit classification problems. It doesn't give us a natural way to set a decision threshold. The probability gives us a number between 0 and 1 and a clear interpretation. For example, 0.9 would mean very likely class 1, 0.2 would mean unlikely class 1, and a flexible decision rule. For example, a threshold being 0.5. A sigmoid is a mathematical function that takes any number and squashes it into a value between 0 and 1. How it works is there is an input, any real number, an output that is a smooth curve that approaches 0 on the left, 1 on the right, and a middle point that maps to 0.5. It is used because it converts a linear score into a probability. It's smooth and differentiable, so it's perfect for gradient descent, and it gives a natural threshold at 0.5. It is used in binary classification, in logistics regression, and in the output layer of neural networks for two-class problems. To explain simply, sigmoid turns raw model scores into clean probabilities that we can interpret and use for decisions. A decision boundary is a line, plane or hyperplane that separates one class from another. How does it work? Logistics regression predicts a probability. The boundary is where probability equals 0.5. On one side, class 0, on the other side, class 1. It's used because it visually and mathematically defines how the model separates classes. It helps us understand model behavior, and it shows whether the classes are linearly separable. It is used anytime we want to visualize or understand classification, especially in 2D examples to show how models make decisions. To explain simply, a decision boundary is the dividing line where the model switches from predicting one class to the other. Weights are numbers the model learns that determine how important each feature is. They shape the linear score before the sigmoid. It's used during training, where the weights start random and get updated. Gradient descent adjusts them to reduce error. A loss function is a measure of how wrong the model's predictions are. The model needs a target to minimize, something to learn from. It's used in every training step and used in optimization, which is gradient descent. The lower the loss, the better the model. Log loss and cross entropy are the same thing for binary classification. A loss function that penalizes confident wrong predictions heavily. Because classification is about probability, we want the model to be confident only when it's correct. It's used in logistics regression and neural networks. It's used in the training loop where there's a prediction, then you compute the log loss and update the weights. For example, if the model predicts 0.99 but the true label is 0, there's a huge penalty. If it predicts 0.51 and the true label is 1, that's a small penalty. To explain simply, log loss teaches the model to output accurate probabilities, not just correct labels. To explain how logistics regression works in simple summary, here's the whole process. It takes the input features, multiplies them by weights, and adds them up to get a score. It passes the score through the sigmoids and gets a probability. It compares that probability to the true label using log loss, then adjusts the weights to reduce the loss. This repeats until the model learns the best weights. Then it uses a threshold like 0.5 to turn probability into a class. To explain simply, logistics regression learns weights that produce good probabilities, then uses those probabilities to make decisions. The strength of logistic regression is that it's fast to train. No complex structures, just weights. And it works well in large data sets. It produces probabilities, not just labels, confidence levels. So it's useful for risk-based decisions. And it works well when classes are linearly separable. If a straight line can separate the data, logistics regression is perfect. The limitations is that it only captures linear relationships. If the boundary is curved or complex, logistics regression struggles. And it's sensitive to outliers. Extreme values can distort the linear score. It also needs feature scaling. Large differences in feature scales can slow or distort training. And it's not ideal for high-dimensional non-linear problems. Models like decision trees, random forests, or neural networks perform way better.